Hello YouTube, and welcome back to a new Unity 3D tutorial. This will be land. So, as you saw previously, hopefully I put it actually in this time, a user commented for, so you type in a secret phrase or a word or something, and it gives you extra features or some abilities. And I was thinking, old style cheats, that'd be awesome. So instead of going up, down, left, left, right, left, because that'll be a bit difficult, well, harder to do than normal. What we're going to do is do it like Sims style, or Sims style, where you get the cheat menu. So we're going to use Shift and C. That's what I want to use. And then if you press type in a phrase and press the button, it does something. So the ideas I have are the classic big head mode, because everybody loves big head mode. So if I find the surgeon, just so I can show you, the head we'll be using is bip head, and it's really simple to do. So all we do is just scale it up to 222. So if you watch big head mode, the only issue is it has a bit of a glitch on the back, that the pixels aren't, not the pixels, the vertex aren't properly aligned. But yeah, we'll have small head mode, so we have really tiny heads, because that's just awesome. And then we're gonna have some like default ones like extra life or increased speed or something like that. Something cool, so like Hadouken unlocked, some proper cool cheats. So it should be really easy to do. So the first thing we're going to do is go to our our scripts, and we're going to just make in our HUDs, just in the land one, create JavaScript cheat screen. And we're going to assign this to our GUI, to our GUI scripts, which I don't have. There. So we'll just get rid of all this, and this, and this. So we'll stick it on here. And the first thing we need to do is create an on GUI just to enable it. So we're going to type here private var cheat enabled equals false. And in our function update, we're going to type if cheat enabled equals true, then it needs to show our GUI text box. So we change this to on GUI. So if cheat enabled equals true, then we need a string to store our text. So we're going to type private var cheat, well, input will be a string equals nothing, and we'll put input equals GUI.text field, and then here we'll create a rect for it. So and I'll just put 000. So 0 by 200 across and 30 down. That seems reasonable. And then we put what we want it to be, so input, then how long, so 300 characters. So that should do it for our input. So we now need a way to enable the cheat enabled bit. So in our function update here, we're going to type if input.getKey we'll just use C for now. So gets key up, then if cheat enabled equals true, then we'll make it false. Otherwise, else, this is one where you use the else statement if you didn't see my previous video. Else if it equals false, then we make it true. So when you're on it, if you press it, you can hopefully shut it off. So let's see. So we play it and we press C, and it should pop up with a text box at 000. Yes, hopefully this will work. Perfect. So now we can type it in, blah 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 blah. However, what I want to do is black out or darken out the entire area, or the whole screen. So what I'm going to do as well is here, I'm going to type GUI.box, rect will be screen.width, and screen.height. So it'll completely cover your entire thing, your entire viewport, but it'll only make it slightly darker from Unity's default thing. And if we ever add a GUI skin, we can just add a quick small texture to it. So press C, and as you can see it's all gone darker. Press C again, it goes away. And now what I want to do is make it so all the game freezes when you press C. So fire C, it all freezes, everything freezes. And we've done this before, so you type, we'll type it here. You type time.timescale equals 0.0. So that will either completely freeze our game from doing anything, or make it work perfectly, hopefully. So also below this, what we're going to do is above the box, so that'll be behind, hopefully, we're going to type if, not if GUI.button, because I want to activate cheat button next to it. So we're going to type rect, and this will be 200 across, so it's right next to the actual input text. It'll be 0 down, and we'll say 70 across, 30 down, maybe that'll work, I don't know. And we'll put activate awesomeness. Yeah, that'll do, activate awesomeness. So we'll say it's a bit more than 70, so that much. But what we're going to do here is this is where we enable cheats. But don't worry, you're not going to put it all there. When we do it, you'll see it'll be cool. So let's test it and the timescale. Hopefully it works. When you see how unbelievably easy it is to actually do the cheats, you'll be like, wow, because you can create so many of them. So let's see. See, everything stops. We can type. Press C again. It works, perfect. That's quite good. I was actually very. The time will continuously go because we can't stop time. Yeah, don't stop time. That's probably not a good idea to try to do either. So we're going to set input equals nothing. So as soon as we click it, any of them, it'll just set input to nothing, because it's pointless having it keeping your default ones. So we can now enable cheats here. So first cheat I want is the classic big head mode. So if, when we click the activate awesomeness button, if input equals big head mode, simple like that, then we need to activate the code for big head mode, just like that. But then we're going to do here else. And now the reason we're doing else is instead of saying big head mode and this and this and this, it's only ever going to equal one thing. So if it can't find it, it'll search everything else. So else if input equals small head mode. So that's where we'll put those two. Let's clean this up. There we go. So first thing is to do for big head mode. Now the easiest way to do this is to put a tag on all your heads. So we're going to look for BIP0001 head for every single one, not the nubs, just these. And we're going to create a new tag called character. In fact, we'll just call it heads. That'll work. And we'll name all these heads. So when we actually create our character, we do need to give him the tag of head, so his head increases too. So we're going to type here var get heads, yeah, I think that'll work, equals game object dot find, find game objects with tag, just like we used to on the streetlights one. So get heads, right, yeah, so game object dot find game objects with tags. So every tag, it'll search every single tag, and whichever's got a heads, it'll return into this, which will be an array. So we're going to type here a for each loop. Now on some languages it is actually for each or for each, but in this it's just for, it's so simple. So for var heads, yeah, that'll work, in get heads. So basically, for every head in get heads, so we're creating a variable, so for every single one it will run this code for, we'll set this, so trans heads dot transform dot local scale dot x, my apologies, not x, we're going to put transform that local scale plus equals, and here we're going to type vector 3, so we're editing all 3, and we'll just put plus onto it 1.0, so do it in floats, 1.0, 1.0, 1.0, so that should make it like 1 bigger than itself. So yes, let's try that one first. So every time it finds a head, it'll run it and it'll make them all bigger, then stop because it's a button, hopefully. So of course you could technically make them all keep increasing in size. We'll figure a way out of that in future, but that sounds funny anyway. So let's go and have a look. So we'll see, and we'll type in bigheadmode. Activate awesomeness. Boom! Oh my god, everyone has big heads, that's so cool. So as you can see, big head, big head, big head. Big head, big head. So really simple to do as well. So simple. So we're going to activate as well, is just below here, we're going to put cheat activated enabled. So just at the bottom of this, cheat enabled, do it here, equals false. So when we click the button, it'll activate any cheat it finds, then just turn the screen off so you can see it all anyway. So copy this entire line here, paste it in here, and we'll do the same again, but minus equals. So either way, it's either going to take that off or set it so right, we need to change that slightly. Movie maker there. We're going to put get ahead yeah, that seems to work. Let's try that again. So I simply just removed the S. That's all I did. That's really all I did. So we'll try again. We'll type in get big head mode and small head mode. I've never really seen small head mode in games, but I don't know why. It looks hilarious. So we're gonna go up and we'll just look at these. Look at her. She's easy to see. Big. Oops. So we'll type small head mode. Activate awesomeness. Oh my god. What the heck? What happened to a head? We may need to take that down a little bit, but I believe the game crashed. Small head mode. Yes, we haven't enabled it again. So we'll set the time scale back to 1. So we'll do that. So you type it in, it goes back, it resets the time scale, it comes on. Because I believe the 0.1 is a bit big to take off someone's head because you can't see it. So let's try again. So we're going to type small head mode, and she literally has no head. So that's a little bit bad. So 0.7, maybe that'll work. So we're going to add another one while we're here, just because. So we've got small head mode, we've got big head mode, but above all this, we're going to type, well, change that to an else, we're going to type reset all cheats. This will be a hard one to do for sometimes, but just for this it'll be simple. So we'll set them all to equal 1111. So get heads reset, yeah, that'll work. So if we type in reset all cheats, it'll reset all of the cheats and put all these back no matter how bad did they mess up. So we've always got an option. And then one time we'll add a help screen on something. So let's try it. And we go back. So let's see. Small head mode. we need to add the enter feature. There we go, it's got a tiny little head look. So, that's cool. Now let's reset all cheats. Perfect. Looks like a charm. So, we've done that. Now, if we have an access to our health, which I believe we do. In fact, let's do an increased speed one, because that sounds awesome. So here, we'll type in increase player speed, yeah, because that sounds good. So in here we'll type gameObject.find, and what's it on? I forgot to look. MISC scripts. So what we're going to do is literally increase their speed. So .get component, and it's entity stats. I apologise for that. That was my phone going crazy. Battery out. Player running speed plus equals 20. Seems enough. And then we can also do else if decrease player speed, and minus equals 5. Yes, because if you do it minus, then everything won't work, and I don't know how you would want to do minus. But yes. So now we've done that, we do need to set the player's speed back to what it was. So the best way to do this would be to create a backup of it here. So private var first player speed. This will be an int equal, well, float just to make sure, equals 0. So we need to set this as a backup, else it won't work. So yeah, we'll leave that won't work. You'll just be able to keep winning. But yeah, so let's try that. So we've got increase and decrease player speed. And this starts running speed. The only issue I could see is if player is actually a lowercase. So when it loads, we press C, and we'll type increase player speed. We can now run faster, but we also want decrease speed. 27, ouch. Reset all cheats. Doesn't set it back. So just for now, because eventually you will be able to increase your player's speed, but just for now on here, we're going to set it to equals 12. Just so it sets us back to exactly what we were. We will have to make a backup of our speed, I just can't think to where to do it for now. So we possibly could do it in function start, that would be the best to be fair, but there's a lot of errors in there. So we've got 5 cheats so far, working really well, but we need to see. I want to do one more, and that's really simple to do. So what we're going to type, just give this some room so you can see. Above all this and below this, we're going to type we need a label. So GUI.label, I forgot where I'm going then. Rect will be 0 at 0 position, but it'll be 40 down by 200 across 200 down, so it can fit everything on. And yep, and it'll show the label. So output. That'll be our output label here. So output equals nothing. So down here we're going to type else if input equals help, because we need a way to tell the user what it is. But we're also going to duplicate this one and type does not equal help, then it will do this below. Because if we type help and it shuts off, then the player's not going to be able to see what they want. But if it doesn't equal help, then we're all good. So it'll stay where it is. So input that help. So here we need to show a list of all our cheats for the character. So we're going to type output. I really think that's not right for some reason. Output equals reset all cheats, so we need to literally just put it in. So we could eventually use a list, but not for now. We're just going to use a basic label. So reset all cheats equals, well, dash, well, I prefer a code. Reset all cheats, reset all activated cheats, full stop. And then if you put a slash then n, it'll bring it onto the next line, which I think we've discussed before. So our next cheat is bigheadmode. So I'm just going to quickly write all these out, then I'll be back in a minute. So I'm back and I'm just doing the last one. So help shows the help screen you just activated. Perfect. So hopefully if we try it, it should work. It should show all that on separate lines so we can see what we want to see. So 71, just take out this slash r, slash n's for now. I had a theory that why that wasn't going to work because it was in a label and it's really needed for a text box, not a label. So we've done that, so we'll try that like it is and hopefully this one works. So I forgot the speech mark and semicolon, simple, they found. So we'll see that works, so we can play, and if we press help it should show us a list of all the cheats we have. One day we'll make it like on its own line, so help, it doesn't equal it so it shouldn't turn it off there. Reset all cheats to bigheadmode, so it'll list them all really simply. So I'm just going to increase the size of that sideways, so 600, so it can fit everything on one line, but I'm going to set this to 1000 simply because we don't know how many cheats we're going to have. So we've got that, let's click play and watch it load. I have no idea how long this tutorial is. So we're going to type help and we're going to see it's all on. Oh, it had to be the worst point in game to show us. Right, I'll be able to see it now. So as you can see, it shows it, but it's quite bad. So we will have to change that one day, but also one last thing I want to do is set output to nothing again. So where do we set it here? Output equals nothing. So we've got a basic cheat screen going on. My favourite has got to be the bigheadmode. I just classic gaming, old school. So it's a bit different. If you want a tutorial on up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right, post in the comments, and if enough people say it, I'll give it a go. But bigheadmode, and we have big heads. It's hilarious. I wonder what a character would look like, but yeah. So thank you for watching, and see you next time. Also join my Facebook group. I always forget. Thank you.